What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
And in today's video, we're going to be showing off our entire haul of collectibles for the month of April 2023.
So, let's check it out.
So for the month of April, we've actually haven't really been collecting a lot of Funko stuff. And actually for MD, he actually did not get any Funko items this month, which is a surprise because normally MD has a lot of Funko stuff and just a lot of stuff in general. However, I do have a couple of Funko items to show off in today's video, and then we will also do a bit of a card opening at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But let's show off everything first that MD had gotten, and then we'll move over to everything that I'd gotten during April 2023.
Alright, so starting off with some of the first items that I got this month is actually a couple of different Lego kits, and I only bought these because they were offered to me for a really good price, so I figured, you know what, I might as well buy them. So starting off with this first one is a Ninjago set, and it's Lloyd's Ninja Mech. So this is actually kind of cool. It's only a 57 piece set, so not a whole lot of building here, and if you can see, like, this box is pretty damaged, but that's okay with me. It doesn't really matter. I don't collect Legos in box. I like to build them. I mean, that's the fun of Legos, so why wouldn't you build them? And then I also got two of these 501st Clone Trooper sets, and this is kind of cool. I mean, you get 4 troopers there along with the, whatever you would call that. I don't even know, like the little turret that they have there. So this is a pretty cool set, and I do have 2 of them, so one of these would probably be a candidate for doing a giveaway at some point in the future. So let us know if you guys are interested in some Lego kits, especially if we are gonna do a giveaway on one. And then the last Lego kit that I got is the Snow Trooper Battle Pack. So this one is very similar to the 501st one, but it is Snow Troopers and the Scout Trooper there. And then you have like the ice that's on Hoth, as well as a speeder bike. So this is pretty cool. Of all the different sets, this would probably be the one that I would open up because the speeder bike's pretty cool and Snow Troopers are pretty neat as well. I could probably do some kind of pictures using these guys when it comes to the winter and outside here in Canada. So now moving on to my second purchase of the month. I had stopped over just not too long ago at a store that we have here in Canada called Treasure Hunt, and it's basically like a liquidation store where there's basically anything. You can find a bunch of stuff there. It's basically all just liquidated items, whether it's returns from Walmart or stuff like that. And basically how it works is the price on the tag, each section, like I believe the toy section is 60% off. So you take the price, then they have like a little chart and you read, and then that's the actual price. It's 60% off, 70% off, 80% off, it depends. So I picked up a few things. The first thing that I found was this UFC figure, and normally I don't buy UFC figures, but these were originally $30 and then it was down to $15, and then also the 60% off. So this was like, I don't know, $8 or so. So this is Jorge Masvidal, I believe is how you pronounce his name, and he's actually pretty cool. He came with 2 different heads, which is nice, so you can do like the braided hair or kind of just like the top bun, similar to what I kind of wear, so that's interesting. They also had another UFC figure, and this is Francis Ngannou, I believe is his name. And then I noticed that they did have one AEW figure, and that is Jake Hagar. I guess you can't really see his head because he does have the hood on, but I believe this was like $30 or so, and then the 60% off, so less than $15 for an AEW figure that I don't have. I thought that that was a great deal. Then moving on to some WWE figures that I picked up this month, I found a seller on Facebook Marketplace who had a ton of different in-boxed figures. For the most part, all of these Elite WWE figures were $25, which is a pretty good deal considering, let's say if me and DK go to Niagara Falls Comic Con, there is a guy there that sells wrestling figures and they're never that cheap. Elites for basically less than retail, because I believe Elites are like $30 in stores, is a great deal. So I ended up picking up 8, so let's show off those 8 figures I got. Starting off with the first figure is Finn Balor. Let's have that focus there. I knew when I seen this I needed it. I've never had a Finn Balor figure, so I figured this was a pretty good Finn Balor, and he has the jacket too. The next figure I got is Ricochet. I really enjoyed him in Lucha Underground as Prince Puma, so I knew I wanted a figure of him. The tattoos on this are actually pretty damn great, so that's awesome. Drew McIntyre, and this is a fairly big figure if you look like to the size of Prince Puma. Definitely a lot taller than him, so it's super accurate. The head sculpt looks really good on here, and you can see the chest hair, and yeah, just a huge figure in Drew McIntyre. Shinsuke Nakamura, this is pretty cool. He does come with a cloth goods shirt that says Strong Style has arrived, so that's really nice. I do have a Shinsuke, which is actually the same attire, the red pants, but it's one of those basic figures, and I also got it from Treasure Hunt like a few years back. But the basics are just like, they literally do nothing. They stand there like this, and they do nothing. Their arms kind of go like this. If you kind of want it to look a little bit better on the shelf, where you can have the arms, or you can have them doing something like that, like a Kinshasa, definitely Elite's the way to go. So I knew I needed to get an Elite Nakamura, and I like the red attire, so I went with this one. Then the next figure I got, and I believe this is the only one out of the ones that I had purchased that was $45 rather than being $25, Eddie Guerrero. So I knew at 45 bucks I was fine with paying that, because this is an awesome figure. He comes with the cloth good shirt that says I'm your Poppy, and look at the head sculpt on this. Let's see if I can get it to focus nice and close. So there we go, that's a lot more focused, and it looks just like Eddie. I love the hair, how you can see the highlights on the top there. So great. This is an awesome figure, and I love this Eddie attire too. This is one of my favorite attires that Eddie wore. And then the last figure for out of box is actually John Morrison, and this figure's wicked. It comes with some nice legs, as well as the cloth goods like jacket that he wears, and then also this piece right here, which is the sunglasses and the headband. So there's him without it, but I like to keep it on because I think it looks a lot better that way. And it does say Johnny, and he has the classic crosses that he has across the sunglasses. So this figure is wicked. I knew I had to get it because I haven't really had a John Morrison figure since way back in like the days where he was tag teamed with Joey Mercury as part of M&M with the Jakks Pacific figures, which are not that great of figures compared to Mattel with their Elite collection. Speaking of John Morrison, I also picked up this Jomo that comes with the tag belt, the SmackDown tag belt, which is wicked. And this is a little bit of an older John Morrison. I haven't decided if I want to open this up or not. Usually I don't leave figures like this in the box. I feel like a figure feels better in your hand than when you're holding the box. I definitely want to get that title out of there, so I probably will end up opening this once I get another figure that does come with a matching tag belt. And then the last figure that I picked up off of this seller is my favorite wrestler of all time, Edge. I'm super happy that I could get another figure of Edge, especially when it is based off of one of my favorite matches of his. This I probably will keep in the box because I would love to have a complete in-box Edge Mattel collection at some point, but there are a couple of Edge figures that are very expensive, so this is kind of the beginning of that collection. And then the final item that I had bought, and I actually found at our local GameStop. I was going there to look for a wrestling figure that DK had sent a picture, and that was CM Punk, part of the AEW Unrivaled collection, I believe is what that's called. But after I looked at the CM Punk, I was like, this doesn't even really look like Punk. The head scan is just so bad. And then I found this, and it is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. This is the, oh god, I don't even know what AEW calls these figures. There's the Britt Baker as well as the Cody Rhodes, and basically it's not just your normal figure. You get like 3 heads, you get a couple different arms, you actually get like a different set of legs that you can put on here. You get the cloth good shirt as well as like his jacket. I should have put the jacket on for this video, but I do like the way he looks like this. And I believe you got 2 of his like belts that he wears as well. So there's a lot of stuff that you get in there for the like 40 bucks that I believe that it was, which isn't actually bad considering a normal AEW figure is like 28 bucks or so. So for 40 bucks, all the extra stuff, and you get like 2 different legs, so it's basically like 2 different figures, especially with the different ways that you can pose them up. And I do actually have another Cody Rhodes from AEW, so I can easily just swap out the pants for that figure too. So there's definitely a lot of different changeable parts, which is great with these figures. I hope AEW continues to do awesome figures like this with the Cody Rhodes, hopefully with like a Chris Jericho or a Kenny Omega up next.
Alright, so I'm going to show off everything I got throughout the month of April, which consists of 2 different types of collectibles, Funko Pops and Tim Hortons hockey trading cards. First off, I'll show off like the stack of Tim Hortons cards I've gotten over the last month from, that's just the base set, which is like the more common set, which consists of 100 cards. And I believe out of the ones like here, there's like not really many duplicates. Like this is Tim Horton, which is like the #1 card in the set for the base cards, and I'll just kind of skim through. I believe, where is it? Right here. Wayne Gretzky is actually the most expensive card at like $5 or something ridiculous like that for just a base card. And then some other cool cards, like for me, I'm trying to collect all of the Mario Lemieux cards, and I think I have every single Mario Lemieux card in the set besides, I think, the Jersey Redemption and the Trendsetters. There's also the more rare cards, which I have in a different pile, like the Trendsetters right here. There's only 2 of them. And then these UD Canvas Legend cards, they're some of my favorites. They just have some cool designs. Got 2 of these Mario Lemieux, and then championship resume cards like this Tim Horton, and there's just a bunch of cool different cards in here. A couple of Joe Sakic's, which I actually have to give MD one because I told him I'd give him one. So that's basically all the cards, but I do have 4 packs of the Tim Hortons trading cards that we will be opening up near the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned. But getting to some Funko Pops, because I know the majority of you guys like, obviously, our Funko content. So the first pop I'm going to show off is my Rhea Ripley from the WWE lineup. A lot of these pops, I think all the pops I'm showing off, I actually did show previously on the channel, but if you haven't seen any of them yet, then here they are. So starting off with Rhea Ripley, who just won the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania right at the beginning of this month. There it is all the way around. Really awesome looking figure. Rhea Ripley definitely deserved to have her own Funko Pop at this point. And I mean, there's definitely some other superstars I'd like to see next. The next pop I have is Summon Skull from Yu-Gi-Oh! You might be able to see him, you might not, because I do have a protector on him at the moment. CCXP, or WinterCon 2022 exclusive. And I was supposed to get this at GameStop because it was supposed to be shared there in Canada. And the convention was like 5 months ago, and it still hasn't arrived. So I decided I wasn't gonna wait any longer and that I would go and grab this when I had to go get a different pop for a different convention. I just bundled those 2 together, and look at that pop. That is an amazing pop for a set that I'm almost complete. I only need 2 pops in the set now before I'm fully complete. So once that set's complete, we're definitely doing an entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Funko Pop collection video. And then the last Funko Pop I got it at the same time as that Summon Skull, is this Pop Classics pop. And you're probably wondering, if you had not seen the previous videos this month on the channel, what Pop Classics is there? Because there's 3 choices. It's either a Batman, it's Lotso, or it's the Joker, and it is Lotso. Come on, if you know me, you know I love me some Toy Story pops. And there it is. We'll start off with this side, checking out the pin, the like coin, and then the collectible card, which I'm not going to take the card out because it's just so flimsy that like I feel like I would damage it. But there is the pop right there, at least in there. Let me take this out and I'll show you guys all the way around what it looks like. Alright, so there is the front of the Lotso box. What a great looking box with like that silver like grating, I guess I'll call it, all the way around with 13C, which I realize now since doing that previous video that I kind of figured the reason that they add like C and then a specific number is not because there's going to be 13 classics pops, it's because it's actually representing the number of what the pop would have been in that specific lineup. So this Lotso was number 13 in the Disney lineup all the way around. It doesn't show a sneak peek of future Toy Story pops, but that's kind of how Funko does certain lineups, and boom, there it is. Such a gorgeous pop, both in box and out of box. You can see like right there the base that's involved with it. So glad that I have this, especially now that I don't have to pay either a couple $100s for the OG or $2,000 or more for the flocked D23 exclusive. So now the time has come. We are now going to end off, at least my portion, by opening up 4 packs of these Tim Hortons Legends cards. So hopefully I get some pretty cool cards out of this. Let's open up this very first pack. First card I see, it's looking like a card that we already got. And it is Brian Leach from the New York Rangers. It is the base card. Then we have a Record Books Bobby Hall, which I don't think I have that yet, so that's pretty cool. And then we have Angela James from Team Canada as part of the base set, which I do have this card already. Alrighty, so MD was just mentioning to me that I should do some sort of card trick, considering that it seems like the best pull will always be in the middle. So let me just open this up. It's looking like the first card we have here is Andy Bathgate, in which I believe I have this card already, but then I guess if we do it like this, Pat LaFonte, which I do have that from the New York Islanders, and then we have a Record Book Terry Sawchuk, which is also pretty decent, and then there is the Andy Bathgate right there from the New York Rangers. So once again, I believe I have this Pat LaFontaine, and I have this Andy Bathgate, but I don't have this Record Books Terry Sawchuk, so I guess that's good, but these two I already have. Alrighty, so the next one that we see here is Catherine Ward, which is actually card number 100. That's amazing because I was hoping that I would get at least card number 1, which is that Tim Horton I showed you guys earlier, and then card number 100 that ends off the base set, so that's pretty cool. We got Mark Howe, which I do have already from the Philadelphia Flyers, a UD Canvas Johnny Bower from the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's wicked. I'm loving these UD Canvas cards. They aren't worth as much as the Trendsetters, but these cards look so beautiful with the whole design all the way around. And even when you look at the back of the card, oh, and then you got like a nice vintage Toronto Maple Leafs logo right there. What a wicked card, and a card that I don't have. So there's that. And then the last card was the card number 100, so Catherine Ward. So 2 cards I don't have, and then a card I already have for this set. Not bad compared to the other 2 packs we've already opened up. Alright, so some last pack magic. Hopefully we get something absolutely amazing. Can we get an autograph card, a Legend Celebration, World's Best? Who knows, but here we go. Let's do that whole thing. And that was a very clean opening. Like, that didn't really have to... Oh, I might have to actually just... Yep. So, the back of the card is a card that I don't think I have. Let's hopefully see if I can pronounce this right. Manon Reume. I know it's a little French there. So, number 89, which I don't think I have. And then we have Steve Larmer from the Blackhawks, which is a card that I don't think I have. And then we have, ooh, Championship Resume, Jacques Plante, which is pretty sweet. This is a card that I don't have. And then we have this card here. That was the card that we first showed off, but that is the front, and it's a Team Canada card. So once again, I believe actually all 3 of these cards I don't think I have. So it's cool to add to the collection there. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's haul video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you guys in the next video. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Peace in. Peace out.